So, could you tell us who you are?
Hi, my name is Jean-Marie Nkonge. Jean-Marie Nkonge from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I am a Methodist pastor and then also a professor at our university. I'm also in charge of the MA program in Francophone Africa.
And what can you tell us about your experience with MSTC?
Oh, MSTC. Oh, I'm still learning, but this is a really wonderful experience. I started in 2008 in Lubumbashi, and then we also did it in Kinshasa 2011, in Mali 2012, in Haiti 2012, 2013, and also in Goma 2013. I'm now here in Chad.
And what has been your experience with MSTC in terms of what it has taught you?
For me, MSTC is a wonderful tool because, for example, from my country, I was born in Congo. I grew up in Congo. But going through the MSTC, it's in a way going through a university level to tell me about Congo, because the MSTC is made in such a way that when you go through it, you really learn a lot about other people, what other people are saying, sharing, answering to the modules. It really makes sense to know more and more. Yeah, I continue learning.
What's your favorite part about MSTC?
I think it's almost everything. When we go through the historical aspect of a country, you may think you know this, but when you go through the MSTC, you know more about the history of your own country, especially when you break it into phases. I like it. And I also like the way we go for the actors group. The actor group is also a good exercise but it needs also for people to negotiate to see which one to keep if you have to check up a number, but it's also a good exercise. And I also like when we go through the economics, and then when we go to strategic needs, really when it comes up with a summary about it, I like it. So I can see the future of my country, a future of somebody's country. Really, it brings more and more needs about doing something for that country.
You've done many MSTCs. What do you think are some of the challenges about implementing its findings? You've thought a lot about this.
Yeah, I sometimes complain about it because MSTC is taking a lot of money and also a lot of energy from people to do it. For me, what I would like, if it depended on me, is the country or the organization that is asking for the MSTC really to take it seriously and then to find a way of implementing it. Maybe it could be something that could be as a requirement from maybe for some other people who are on top of that country to make sure things are really implemented or integrated into the strategy. Otherwise, it's a waste of money, a waste of energy. I really like people to implement.
And you've also talked about some of the challenges we would need to address to use MSTC more broadly with other organizations. What are some of those challenges in your mind?
Yeah, for me, based from my experience with what I do, we do the MA program throughout all of Francophone Africa, where we are introducing the program. We only do 1 week of residency, and then people will continue submitting essays by email, assignments by email, and then we are we are asking universities to take over the program. But what I have observed is that sometimes some universities are rushing to take it without checking the quality of facilitators or the quality of the delivery of what we are doing. In some way we are losing. And then when it comes to the MSTC, for me I am really hesitating because first of all it's very expensive, and also it needs people who really have the calling of facilitating. It's not only facilitating to facilitate, but we need really a good team that can lead the people into that exercise and then come up with something that can help the organization. And then sharing it is a good idea because we need to be open. But when it comes to share, how can we still keep the quality of facilitators or the quality of the material we are sharing? If we don't pay attention, we may end up to something that will be similar to the MSTC and not necessarily the MSTC the way it is supposed to be. So for me, it may take time really to make sure we should make sure who is taking it, and then how they will take it, and then how they will do it, how they will implement it, and it really needs people to think about it seriously. Otherwise, we may end up handling over to some other people, but it will make no sense if they are not doing it the way it should be done. Yeah, that's my only concern, is how can we keep the quality of the MSTC tools and also the people who will be involved in facilitating or in attending. Because if we don't pay attention, some people may come for one day, or somebody may come for 2 hours and then go back and come back. If we don't check all those aspects, the MSTC shared with other people, we lose something. That's what I am thinking about.
Thank you.
You are welcome.